It's already 1 p.m. and the sun sets at 4. That is not a good start for the day. Today we're gonna test the lure. Let's see if Fujifilm approves of it. Quick autofocus. Okay, Fujifilm does not approve of me. So here's the lure. It's inspired by nice lures, I think they are called, but it's not as nice. But yeah, so here's the lure, and we're gonna print another version of it because sometimes they don't just work. Actually, I've already done this like 10 times with 10 different lures and they don't work. That's why I'm not uploading as much videos. But anyways, so I'm gonna make another version with a different lip angle. We're gonna assemble them real quickly. Maybe assemble this one and clear coat it while the other one is printing. And then we'll go to the river, hopefully before 4 p.m. and see if it works. If it works, we're gonna paint a couple of them. Okay, here's the lure in Bamboo Studio, and as you can see, it's pre-supported with, which is really nice because usually when I have supports on, they really mess up the surface finish, but this one is pre-supported. Okay, so that's 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is a bit concerning because we don't have much time. But anyways, I don't have another option, so let's print. Master Yoda, what do you think of this lure? Oh no, what have you done? He's pissed off because he lost his stick. Yeah, don't mind him. Okay, so the printer is running in the background. There might be some background noise. We're gonna assemble the lure and Master Yoda is gonna make sure that we do it right. What I'm gonna use is these screw eyes because I have hundreds of them. I have shaky hands. I just love how this bait looks. We're not gonna paint this one, but if it works, we're gonna paint a bunch of them. What I love about 3D printed lips in comparison to like when you're making wooden lures is that it's always centered because it's designed to be centered. This is ready for clear coat. That's it. Here's a quick look on the printing process. You can see I'm printing slow, and also you can see the supports. Okay, let's see how much it weighs before the clear coat. This is very important because the volume of this lure is 17 gram per cubic centimeter. So let's see if it's gonna float or sink. 15.75, that's actually pretty good. So that's below the density, or sorry, that's below the volume, but that's without the clear coat. So depending on how much the clear coat will weigh, this is gonna be either floating or suspending, which is nice. And that's because of the ABS. If this was PLA, I'm pretty sure it would sink. Okay, I think that the glue has cured. So I mounted the lure on my lure holder. If you haven't watched that video, check it out. I did some modifications to it so it sticks better in the turner. I'm gonna measure probably a gram. The smell stinks. I shouldn't be smelling this stuff, but let me open the window. Cool. And I 3D printed these sticks. They are made from the same material as Master Yoda. He is not very happy about it. Oh, I forgot something important. Yeah, this clear coat is probably not gonna be great. I should have cleaned the lure because I touched it a lot. I'm gonna let it slowly spin for about half an hour or an hour. The second lure is still being printed. Okay, so we have a situation. I ran out of these number 7s, which what I used for the other lure. So this is not gonna be an apples to apples comparison because now I have to use number 6s. Okay, the printer has paused. It's now time to insert the balls. So let's see, hopefully I'm not gonna mess it up. That's 1, that's 2, and resume. So this is where things can go wrong, but looks like it didn't, or did it? Oh, that was close. That was very close. Cool, let me show you how easy it is to remove these supports and assemble the lure. So this one is already loose, and this one should easily come off. I mean, not so easily, but it doesn't leave a big mark, which is amazing. And this one, you can just peel it off. It's like a brim. Now you're gonna be left with something like this, but this is super easy to sand. So I have an 80 grit sanding block or sanding sponge, and I just do that, couple of passes, and yeah, basically just these, like I don't know how many passes, 5, 6 passes. It's already much better than before. We'll put on a quick coat of UV resin. Now, the reason I don't like UV resin is because my lights are not strong enough to fully cure them, but I recently got this from AliExpress, which is supposed to be strong. Now the previous one, yeah, it didn't turn out well as expected because I touched it all over the place and my hands are a bit greasy. So the clear coat is not even at all. Hopefully this one though is gonna come out a lot more even. Oh, it's 18. Wow. So the hooks, split rings, and clear coat does add some weight. 18.2 grams. Whoops. So this one is gonna sink. So maybe it is a good thing that the other one is lighter. Maybe the other one will float. We'll see. So I made it to the river. It was like a 1 mile walk. And we still have some daylight, which is nice. By the way, I'm using a new mount for the GoPro. It's a head mount. And hopefully this is better than the chest mount. So let me know which one you liked better. I can't see what's going on with the GoPro. I don't even know if everything is in frame. But yeah. Let's start with... which one is which? Oh, this is version 1. This is the one with the epoxy. Good thing I made it with yellow filament because now we can see it better. And it sinks. Let's see the action. No. What? Okay, it is working. Oh, there was a branch on it, or a leaf. Oh, it works. So it works, but sometimes it wants to go sideways. I'm guessing that's because of the current. Let's see the other one. This one floats. Is it working? Yes, it is. But it's working. Even when it's with a slow retrieve, it does something. I doubt that we're gonna be able to catch anything because it's super cold. I'm freezing. I mean, if you don't see this video, then I froze to death. Okay, so the first lure didn't work, and I have an apology to make. Master Yoda, I am sorry that I have doubted you. You tried to warn me about that lure, but I didn't listen. So we're gonna destroy this lure. I have some doubts about how strong ABS is, so I'm gonna try to destroy it and see how easy it is. So first thing that I will try to do is to break it by hand. So let's see if it will break. Okay. No. Nice. That's a good thing. If I can break it by hand, then it shouldn't be broken by a fish. Let's see the lip. Okay, I might be able to pull the lip off. Okay, no. Oh, wow. So I did damage the clear coat a bit, but I'm not able to rip it off, which is good, especially that this is just held on by a bit of super glue. Cool. Okay, so the lure is good enough, and I think I should just leave it like this, right? I mean, it's working even though it's sitting a bit head up, but I'm a perfectionist and I don't like it that it's sitting this way. I want it to sit level. So I did some modifications. I printed a new lure, and now the hook is a bit more to the front, and I moved the weight also to the front. And I made my first stencil. So yeah, I love it. It sits on top, and if I can hold it in place, that's how it looks. And now I can paint my channel's name on the top of the lure. Let's see how well it works. But first I want to see how this one sits in the water. Now I'm not gonna clear coat it, but I'm gonna assemble it, give it a coat of, what was it called? I have this new thing. It's a polyurethane, an acrylic polyurethane by Vallejo. It's a matte varnish. Okay, this smells beautiful. Even better than my paints. This is the old one. And as you can see, it's back heavy. Only the head is above the water. And this is the new one. Wow. So I have a paint scheme in mind, similar to this, where the actual stripes on the lure will be gold, these gold color, and then everything else is kind of like a reddish orange, and then black on the top, and then my logo in gold. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. We're gonna start with gold, spray the entire thing gold, and then we will mask these areas and paint the orange over it. So hopefully the orange will cover the gold. What could go wrong? Nice. That was satisfying. It's not perfect. There are some issues here, but for the first time doing it, and it's only my second time using using liquid mask. So I would say that's a success, and this is very satisfying. Let's slowly remove this. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, that's amazing. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be this good, because like the surface finishes on the stencil itself is not that great, but somehow it came out amazing. I can't just get over it. The sides though, not the best. Yeah, they're not the best. If you look here, for example, you can see there are lots of issues. But overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. Nice. Cool. That actually worked out really well. I forgot to turn on the microphone for that clip. So that's me 1 week later doing a voiceover. And yeah, the clear coat has already fully cured. And I gotta say, I love the finish on this clear coat. It's amazing. It's super glossy. It looks and feels premium. It's also made for pike lures, so it's very hard. I promised that we're gonna paint more than one lure, but this video is already like 20 minutes long, I think even longer. And I already want to start working on other videos, like for example, here's a sneak peek of carbon fiber filament. And I'm also investigating like transparent filaments for the lips, which is gonna be cool. By the way, you can download this lures from Printables for free. And if you have any questions or anything regarding 3D printing or lures or anything, I have a Discord server. The link should be in the description, so make sure you check that out. And thank you for sticking to the end of the video. Hope you liked it, and have a nice holiday.